Tax reforms, international agreements, and global developments shaping the future. Today's news brings you the most crucial developments from Nigeria and around the globe, spanning economic policies, international agreements, and human interest stories. From debates on tax reforms to international partnerships and a space mission success, these stories are shaping the world as we know it. We'll take you through each event with insights into what they mean for everyday citizens, businesses, and the international community. Stay tuned for a full breakdown of these major headlines. Only Lagos will benefit from Tinubu's tax reform bills, says Zulum. Governor Babagana Zulum of Borno State has stated that only Lagos State stands to benefit from President Bola Tinubu's proposed tax reform bills. Speaking candidly, Zulum argued that the reforms are tailored towards increasing revenue for Lagos, given its status as Nigeria's economic hub. He emphasized that other states might not reap similar benefits, leaving them at a disadvantage in terms of fiscal growth. Zulum's comments have reignited debates about the perceived favoritism in federal policies and the need for equitable development across all states. For many, this raises questions about the inclusiveness of national policies and whether other regions will be left behind in the quest for economic growth. The tax reforms are meant to boost national revenue, but the way they impact different states could widen existing economic disparities. Nigeria and France sign MoU on development of critical minerals. Nigeria and France have signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MoU, focused on the development of critical minerals. This partnership aims to enhance Nigeria's mining sector, providing the country with technical expertise and investments needed to explore and exploit mineral resources. The MoU represents a significant step towards diversifying Nigeria's economy and reducing its dependence on oil revenues. The agreement will provide Nigeria access to French technology and financial support, fostering the growth of the mining industry. By developing critical minerals, Nigeria can position itself as a key player in the global supply chain of rare resources. This collaboration also opens up job opportunities and boosts economic stability, offering new prospects for sustainable growth. Ondo workers to receive minimum wage next week. The Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, has announced that workers in Ondo State will start receiving the new minimum wage next week. The NLC praised the state government for its commitment to improving workers' welfare, noting that the decision will provide financial relief to many families struggling with rising living costs. This development is a major win for labor unions in Ondo State, who have long pushed for better wages. The implementation of the minimum wage is expected to boost morale among workers and increase productivity. As workers prepare for the improved salaries, the hope is that other states will follow suit and prioritize the welfare of their employees. CBN to retire 1,000 employees, offers N50 billion payoff. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, is set to retire 1,000 employees, offering a total of N50 billion as a payoff. The move is part of the bank's restructuring efforts to streamline operations and reduce overhead costs. Each retiree will receive compensation based on their years of service, with the goal of ensuring a smooth transition for those affected. The retirement plan aims to optimize the bank's workforce and align it with current economic realities. The N50 billion payoff package is seen as a generous gesture, aimed at cushioning the impact of the layoffs. While this decision will reduce operational costs, it also raises concerns about the potential loss of experienced staff and how it might affect the bank's efficiency in the long run. Tax reform debate suspended indefinitely by Reps. The House of Representatives has indefinitely suspended the debate on President Tinubu's tax reform bill, following pressure from northern governors. The governors expressed concerns that the proposed reforms could disproportionately affect their states, which already face economic challenges. They argued that the bill would place an additional burden on their citizens and businesses. The suspension of the debate signals deep divisions within the government regarding the best approach to tax reforms. While the reforms aim to increase revenue, the concerns raised by northern governors highlight the need for a more balanced policy that considers the unique challenges faced by different regions. The indefinite suspension means that further consultations will be necessary to reach a consensus. FCCPC engages GT Bank, MTN, Air Peace over possible violations. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has engaged GT Bank, MTN, and Air Peace over potential violations of consumer rights and regulations. The Commission is investigating complaints from customers who alleged unfair treatment and service delivery issues. The companies have been asked to cooperate with the investigation to ensure consumer rights are protected. This move by the FCCPC underscores the government's commitment to holding businesses accountable for their actions. Consumers have expressed frustration over poor service delivery, and the Commission's intervention is seen as a step towards ensuring that companies prioritize customer satisfaction. The outcome of this investigation could lead to significant changes in the way these companies operate, setting a precedent for accountability in the business sector. Nigeria's GDP to gain 15 trillion by 2025, says FG. The federal government has projected that Nigeria's gross domestic product, GDP, could gain an additional 15 trillion by 2025, provided certain economic measures are successfully implemented. These measures include enhancing agricultural output, improving infrastructure, and increasing investments in technology. The government is optimistic that these initiatives will help boost productivity and drive economic growth. However, experts warn that achieving this target will require a focused effort on policy implementation and addressing the existing challenges in the business environment. If successful, the projected growth could significantly improve the quality of life for Nigerians, creating more jobs and reducing poverty levels. The ambitious target is a reminder of the need for comprehensive strategies to drive economic growth. Biden issues full pardon for son. U.S. President Joe Biden has issued a full and unconditional pardon for his son, Hunter Biden. The pardon follows a period of intense scrutiny over allegations of tax violations and other charges against Hunter. President Biden stated that the decision was made to allow his son to move forward without the burden of legal issues that have overshadowed him for years. The decision has sparked debate across the political spectrum, with some applauding Biden for supporting his family, while others argue that the move sets a concerning precedent. The full pardon highlights the complexities of balancing personal loyalty with public office, raising questions about accountability and fairness in the justice system. Launch of Shenzhou-19 Crewed Spaceship, a complete success. China has successfully launched the Shenzhou-19 Crewed Spaceship, marking another milestone in its ambitious space exploration program. The mission aims to conduct scientific research and expand the capabilities of China's space station. The crew, consisting of highly trained astronauts, will spend several months conducting experiments that could have implications for future space missions. The successful launch has been hailed as a testament to China's growing prowess in space technology. With each mission, China continues to establish itself as a major player in the space race, challenging the dominance of traditional space powers like the United States and Russia. The mission's success represents a significant achievement for China's space program and its long-term goals of space exploration. Trump warns BRICS nations of 100% tariffs. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a warning to BRICS nations, threatening to impose 100% tariffs in response to what he perceives as a threat to the U.S. dollar. Trump argued that the growing influence of BRICS in international trade poses a risk to the dominance of the dollar and the U.S. economy. He emphasized that strong measures are needed to protect American interests. The warning has added to the tension between the U.S. and BRICS nations, which include Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The potential tariffs could lead to trade disruptions and impact global markets. Trump's statement reflects his long-standing stance on protecting American economic interests, even if it means taking drastic actions that could affect international relations. Syria's President Assad seeks allies' support. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has called on his allies for support as rebels continue to advance in key regions. Assad's government has faced increased pressure from rebel groups seeking to gain control over strategic areas. The Syrian president is appealing to allied nations for military and financial assistance to counter the growing threat. The situation in Syria remains volatile, with ongoing conflict leading to widespread displacement and humanitarian crises. Assad's plea for support highlights the challenges faced by his government in maintaining control. The international community continues to monitor the situation, as any escalation could have far-reaching implications for regional stability. Woman flees Israeli bombing 4 times, still caught in attack. In a heart-wrenching story, a woman in Gaza has fled Israeli bombing 4 times, only to be caught in an attack again. The repeated bombings have left her and her family traumatized, with each escape becoming more difficult as safe places become scarce. The woman's story sheds light on the dire humanitarian situation in conflict zones, where civilians bear the brunt of ongoing hostilities. The international community has called for a ceasefire to protect civilians and provide much-needed aid to those affected by the conflict. The woman's experience is a stark reminder of the human cost of war and the urgent need for peace and stability in the region. 13-year-old boy sues parents for abandonment in boarding school. A 13-year-old boy has filed a lawsuit against his UK-based parents for enrolling him in a boarding school in Africa and abandoning him. The boy claims that his parents left him in the school without proper care or support, leading to emotional distress. The case has sparked discussions about parental responsibility and the challenges faced by children in boarding schools. The lawsuit has drawn significant attention, with child rights advocates calling for better regulations to protect children from neglect. The boy's decision to take legal action highlights the impact of abandonment on young people and the importance of ensuring that children receive adequate care and support, regardless of where they are enrolled. Trump announces Kash Patel as choice to lead FBI. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has announced Kash Patel as his choice to lead the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, if re-elected. Patel, a known loyalist to Trump, played a key role in his administration and is expected to bring a different approach to the agency. Trump emphasized that Patel's appointment would be aimed at reforming the FBI and addressing issues of bias within the agency. The announcement has been met with mixed reactions, with some praising Patel's dedication to reform while others question his ability to lead the FBI impartially. The decision underscores Trump's intention to make significant changes to key institutions if given another term in office, reflecting his commitment to reshaping the federal government. Today's news stories paint a vivid picture of the complexities shaping our world, from economic reforms and international partnerships to human rights issues and space exploration. As we navigate these developments, it's clear that the actions of leaders and institutions have far-reaching implications for citizens and the global community. Staying informed is key to understanding these changes and their impact on our lives. If you found this news update insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more comprehensive coverage of the latest political, economic, and social developments. Stay engaged and be part of the conversation that shapes our future.